Icon series.
So children, we have already seen the exercise, the lesson part, and now it is time for us to do some activities or exercise regarding this. The first one is true or false. Tick true or false. Means there are 5 sentences given over there. We need to go through all the 5 sentences there and we need to read it and match the idea that is expressed in that with that of what we have learned in the lesson. Okay. If they match with the same, we need to tick true. If they do not match, then we need to say false. Okay. Now the first one is water is important for all living beings. Water is important for all living beings. So in the lesson we have seen that when we feel thirsty, we drink water. We use water for a lot of activities like drinking, washing, cooking, cleaning, isn't it? Animals also drink water. Plants also need water to grow, isn't it? So water is essential for all living things. Animals, plants, human beings, all these are living things, isn't it? So water is important for all living beings is a true statement, right? Second, rain is a main source of water. Again, back into the lesson, we have seen that there are many sources of water, like rivers are there, lakes are there, ponds are there, isn't it? Streams are there, wells are there, tube wells are there. But for all these sources, water is provided by rain, isn't it? Let it be a river, they get the water from the rain. Let it be a stream, they get water from the rain. If it is underground water, yeah, some water that we get through the rain goes down into the earth and that fills the underground water sources, isn't it? And that is what we get through wells and tube wells, right? So rain is the main source of water is a right answer. We can drink water from anywhere is a third statement. In the lesson we have seen like water is important for us. We need to drink a lot of water, but we cannot drink water from anywhere. Rivers, ponds, lakes and all, the water is not good, isn't it? There are a lot of bacteria and disease-causing viruses living in those water and they can cause us danger. So we cannot drink water from anywhere. Clean and pure water is good for health. Yeah. That's why we have to boil the water or distill the water so that the water will be pure enough to be drunk. Isn't it? Yeah. So clean and pure water is good for health is a true statement. Fifth one, boiling kills the germs present in water. Isn't it? So we need to boil it for 10 to 15 minutes so that all the disease causing and harmful germs in that will die and water will be good for drinking. So that is a true statement. Now water is important for all living beings is a true statement. It's a correct one. Rain is the main source of water. Again, that is a correct one. We can drink water from anywhere. Is a wrong answer because we need to be very careful while drinking water. Clean and pure water is good for health. It's a true statement. Boiling kills the germs present in water. It's also a true statement. Now I'll keep this screen here for a minute. You can just go through them and read it. Okay. Okay, children. So now we'll move on to the next type of question. Fill in the blanks with appropriate words. Look for clues. So again, 5 sentences from the textbook is given there, and we have got the clues of them in the drag and drop box over here. So what all that we need to do is read the sentences, match the content, and select the word. So the first sentence is, water is also our dash need. So in the last lesson we have seen food is our basic need, isn't it? Yeah. So here water also is our basic need. Okay. Second, we drink dash when we feel thirsty. So what do we drink when we feel thirsty? We drink water when we feel thirsty. Plants also need water to live. If there is no water, plants also will die. Water in lakes, ponds and rivers is not fit for drinking. Okay. Water in lakes, ponds and rivers are not fit for drinking. Dash water is good for drinking. What water is good for drinking? Pure water is good for drinking. Okay. So what are the sentences? Water is also our basic need. We drink water when we feel thirsty. Plants also need water to live. Water in lakes, ponds and rivers is not fit for drinking. Pure water is good for drinking. Okay. So I'll leave the screen for a while. You can read the sentences. Right. Okay, children, we will go on to the next question. Match the following. So regarding water, different aspects of water, there are 5 pictures given, and there are 5 descriptions also given. Okay. So in the first picture, it's about rain, isn't it? Yeah, some kids are jumping and playing in the rain. Very good. Yeah. So what is the answer for that? Jaundice and dysentery? No. Free from germs? No. The main source of water, isn't it? Rain is the main source of water. Okay. Second, some water is being boiled, right? So by boiling water, what do? Yeah, we free them from germs, isn't it? That's it. So the third picture, an old lady is collecting water from a river, pond or something like that. So the open water sources like lakes, rivers and ponds, the water may have bacteria and the virus which may cause diseases like jaundice, dysentery, diarrhea, isn't it? So what is the option given here? Yeah, the first one is jaundice and dysentery, isn't it? So we'll match it over here. Fine. Now, so there is a water purifying system, and that is a water we should always drink. Means pure water, isn't it? We should always drink pure water. Then in the next image we have A bird drinking water and some plants are being watered. Yeah, they also need water to live. Plants and animals also need water to live. So the first image is rain, which is the main source of water. Second is water being boiled, which makes the water free from germs. Third one, water from these open sources can cause jaundice and dysentery. Fourth one, water purifying system. The pure water is something that we should always drink. Fifth one, birds, animals and plants also need water to live. Right? So I'll leave the screen for a while. We can just go through that once. Okay. Now we'll go on to the next question. D. Write any two names of the following. Based on the different usages and the sources of water, there are 5 options given. And for all these 5 things, we need to write 2 examples each. Okay. So, 2 things that those who need water. Those who need water. Water is needed for all, isn't it? So, it includes plants and animals also. So, we will write plants and animals, right? Now, 2 uses of water. We use water for drinking. We use water for cooking. We can also write washing, for plants. 2 sources of water. The most important source of water is, rain. Okay. And after that, we can write a lake or a river or a pond or a dams or whatever. Right? Now, disease is caused by dirty water. So, we have told if we use water from the open sources like rivers or lakes or ponds, it may be polluted. It may have the viruses or the bacteria which can cause us diseases. What are the diseases? Jaundice or dysentery. D-Y-S-E-N-T-E-R-Y. Dysentery. Okay. Then we should always drink what water? Pure water. Okay. Methods for making water clean. How can we get pure water? We can get pure water through filtering the water or boiling the water. Okay. So water filtering systems or water purification systems we can get as a clear water, or boiling also can help us to get pure water. Right. So, what are the 2 needs of, who are the 2 things that need water? Plants and animals. All plants and all animals need water. The 2 uses of water are drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, any of these. Sources of water, the most important is rain. The other one is a lake, a river, pond, reservoirs, etc. Diseases caused by dirty water. Yeah, the open water sources like lakes, ponds, rivers may have the bacteria which can cause a jaundice or a dysentery. 5. How can we make water clean? So there are different steps by which we can make the water clean. One is filtering, second is boiling, right? So now I'll keep the screen for a while just to go through that. Okay, children, we will go on to the next one. The next is answer the following questions. So we have got some questions related to the concept that we have learned about water, and we need to answer these questions. The first question is, why do we need water? Why do we need water means what are the uses of water? Okay, so we need water for drinking, cooking, bathing, etc. Okay, we need water for drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, isn't it? Yeah. The next question. What is the main source of water? Tell me, what is the main source of water? Yeah, the main source of water is rain. Okay, so rain is the main source of water. Right? Now the third question. 3. Why do animals need water? So we said the plants and animals also need water. Okay. So animals need water to drink and bath. It's not only humans, animals also need water for drinking and bathing. Anyhow, they want to wash any clothes because they don't have any clothes. They want to cook any food, so they need not water for cooking and washing. So they need water for drinking and bathing. Next question. Why should we not drink water from lakes, rivers and ponds? We should not drink water from lakes, rivers and ponds as they are polluted. Okay, we have discussed it in the class now. The open sources like rivers, ponds and lakes, the water in those things, these areas will have bacteria which may cause diseases. So they are polluted. So we should not drink water from lakes, rivers and ponds. Okay. How do we get pure water? So how can we get pure water? We get pure water by boiling or filtering. So water purification systems are there, water purifiers, they basically filter the water and commonly we can boil the water to make it pure. Okay. So what is the first question? Why do we need water? Means what are the uses of water? We need water for drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, etc. Drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, etc. Second, what is the main source of water? What is the main source of water? The main source of water is rain. So rain is the main source of water. 3. Why do animals need water? Animals need water to drink and bath. Why should we not drink water from lakes, rivers and ponds? We should not drink water from lakes, rivers and ponds as they are polluted. How do we get pure water? We get pure water by boiling and filtering. Okay. So now I'll leave the screen for a while. You just go through these 5 questions and their answers. Fine, children. Now we'll go on to the next one. So take a pot, plant a money plant in it, water the pot daily. What happens after 1 week? What changes do you find? Write in your notebook. So what you need to do is you need to take a pot and you plant a money plant in that. Okay, it's a climber. So plant in that, water the pot daily, observe it for 1 week, and then tell what were the changes that you have observed over there, right? So what happens? See, on day 1, the leaves that are there in the plant are healthy. When you planted the plant in the pot, it had healthy leaves. There is a new bud at the end of the stem. There was a new bud at the end of the stem. Bud means, yeah, a branch kind of a thing. It's about to start. So the water level in the pot decreased. There is only water in that. So the water level has decreased. So added some more water. Third day, there are new leaves emerging out of the bud. There are some new buds as well. So new leaves are coming out of that bud over there. At the same time, new buds are also coming here and there. Therefore, the leaves are healthy and the buds are expanding as well. So now again the leaves are healthy and the buds are sprouting out. The water level has decreased and added some more. So every day, one common thing that happens over there is the water level decreases. The elder leaves are getting darker on the 5th day as the new leaves are getting emerged. As the new leaves come at this bud, the older leaves are there and the old leaves, they are getting darker. So when the new leaves are there, they will be light green in color and it is getting darker and darker. Day 6, there are more buds and the stem is getting thicker. All these are indications that the plant is healthy. The water level has decreased and added some more. Okay. So there are new buds coming out. The leaves are getting bigger. And the stem part of the money plant is getting thicker, which means the plant is really very healthy. So again, the water level has come down and we have to add some more water. On day 7, new buds are growing. It has to be provided with the support and a string to the window grills to spread and grow. So now the climber part of that is getting, the new buds are growing into new climbers. Okay, so now they need a support to grow, right? So a thread was tied to that with the help of a pole and it was kept onto the window grill. Window grill means the iron framing part of the window so that it can easily grow over there, right? So you too need to do this activity back at home and make a report just like this. Right? So I'll keep the screen for a while. You can go through that. Okay, children. So that is the end of this lesson, and we will meet in the next class with the new lesson.